What's up, ladies and gents? Romeo is back with another episode of Romeo Plays Titan Quest. We are now in the Spartan woods. Last time we cleared something called the Mycenaean ruins, I believe. It was just full of all these skeletons, and it was of course the first time in the game that we actually saw zombies as well. If you remember, the zombies were pretty crazy. If you kill them, they leave behind some kind of a poison cloud. No, it's not a zombie virus cloud, so it doesn't turn you into a zombie. Though that would make for a very interesting game dynamic, but that was not the case. But yeah, you have to run from a zombie after you kill them. So yeah, that's about it basically. Now I'm in the Spartan woods, which seems to be filled with more satyr camps, and honestly, I am getting a little bit bored with fighting these beastmen. You know, the first bit of the game in fighting them, it's not like the whole overarching story is to do with beastmen. You know, it's about titans. So I'd rather get to that point as soon as I could, sooner than later. Really, that's what I'm trying to say. As you can see, my stat allocation of health and strength is working pretty well for me, in the sense that I've only had to use my heal skill once because I had such a big energy pool, and also I've only been investing points in my nature mastery, which has a healing skill line, of course, rejuvenation, and I'm really looking forward to pushing that skill to the absolute limit, as they say. So after this, of course, I need to see what I thought in this game you can dual class. Maybe it's a certain level you can do it in, and I just haven't reached that level yet. So or maybe a certain part of the actual storyline where you get access to it. But it obviously, as a warrior, at least I'm aiming to make a warrior. I don't want to end up as a druid or something, you know. So, you know, a warrior with a wolf pack could be very interesting, depending, of course, on how many stat points you get. That's one of the things that really annoys me about RPGs, you know, where any sort of dual classing is allowed. It would be cool to be able to get the maximum levels of skills, basically, for both of them. I wonder why that boar was literally just standing there doing nothing. The other one ran to me for some odd reason to kill me. Alrighty then. Oh, this is the bit that always confuses me in games like this, you know. It's like, where do we go? I mean, if the quest markers were there, I would literally just do a quick run of the quest. I've always loved clearing the maps in games like this. Unfortunately, ain't nobody got time for that, because I have so many games I need to get through. It's slowly lately, especially because Baldur's Gate 3 obviously is going to come out soon, and as you remember guys, I've just recently played Divinity 3, so it would be pretty interesting for me to get onto that game. Now I do know some people are not going to be happy because my Divinity runs were some of the most boring pieces of gameplay that I would ever watch. They weren't that exciting. I suppose a lot of it was to do with the nature of the game. It's not exactly, you know, something anybody watches and gets immediately. Unfortunately, it's got a certain problem with accessibility in that sense for the average viewer. Obviously, if I was playing some kind of shooting game, it would be obvious and you know what's going on. It's easier for people to comment on it, to say, you know, don't do it like this, try it this way, blah blah blah, things like that, you know. So you know, I apologize for that, but you know, a guy's gotta have his RPG, you know what I'm saying, bro? So let's go into Sparta again to sell some items. Now if you remember, I've been trying to avoid picking up common items because I don't want to be going to this tradesman repeatedly, the merchants repeatedly to sell items, because it really kills the pacing of the game.
Supplying the Spartans. Hurry, what do you want?
So yeah, it's pretty interesting. What's this? 1 to all skills in defense mastery. Ooh, sounds dangerous, to be honest. But that's got strength and reduction in all requirements. Tell you what, let's just keep both of them for now.
Thank you for not loitering.
Your face. I have had this spear since pretty much the start of the game. What a crazy lucky drop. Problem is though, I don't think this game has two-handed swords or something. I don't think they were a thing back in the day. But if I'm correct, the further expansions for this game obviously has a wider influence. So there's stuff in it. I think you can get scimitars in it if you can't get them here. This is one of the big problems with this game. You can hold the mouse down, but every now and then it stops registering that you're holding it down, or your character gets, I don't know, when your character gets hit, so then you have to keep clicking it like a madman, and not really a big fan of that. Man, this guy's doing tons of damage. Where is he? Ah, there you go. He's a fire mage. Then why is he be throwing ice at me? Don't make no goddamn sense. Oh, heal yourself! Oh, jeez, that was so close. That was too close, guys. Where you running now? Where you running now, big man? What a coward. Call yourself a beastman and you retreat from battle? You make me sick. By the way, guys, I think there is... I upgraded my firmware today. I guess there was a update for my graphics card. Oh, sorry, falling asleep. Not because of the game. I was actually already falling asleep and I decided to play the game. Probably not the best thing to do. Probably explains why I nearly died there just a moment ago. So what was I talking about? I was talking about, yeah, updating my game, yeah, and then there's a little mic thing in it which I have to use. So basically the mic settings I've got now, suddenly they have something called boost, which has always been there, but for some reason it used to be grayed out, and now it's not an issue. So I'm not quite sure what at the same time, I don't know if it was grayed out for this particular mic I'm using, because I know it's still grayed out for the mic that's directly on my laptop, but I'm not sure if it's to do with the mic that I've connected with. So I'm not sure if it's been updated and now I've got boost on this mic. Then that only means that oh god, okay, so that only means mic might be louder. If that's the case, I apologize beforehand, because I was busy. What's this? Village of Tegan. No, Tegea. Why am I adding all of this stuff? What's this?
The water by our village has gone foul. It happened just the day before last, after the first satyr was spotted. My sister got sick, and then my neighbor.
I sing now news of the goddess huntress we call Artemis, and I sing of a mortal man named Actaeon. The goddess Artemis, sister to Apollo and mistress of the moon. There is no greater hunter than she, none more fleet or sure of her mark with bow or spear. Actaeon too was a master hunter, and many a deer fell to his bow, and many offered up to Artemis in thanks. But Actaeon was given an ill fate. One night, chasing a boar, he burst into a clearing by a stream, and there, that very stream had keen-eyed Artemis selected for her moonlit bath. Naiads, dryads, all her nymphs around her. She had just disrobed and stepped into the stream when Actaeon appeared, wild from the chase. She grew angry that a mortal man had seen her unclothed, and with one cold look she turned him to a stag. A stag he then became, and Actaeon's own dogs chased after him, snarling at their master, now their prey.
A dumbass story.
News from all over Greece brings the same tale of destruction. The creatures roam everywhere. What are the small villages to do? Spartans cannot protect us all.
I used to sell plows and scythes to farmers, but since the monsters, it's been swords and shields, greaves and spears.
Interesting looking stuff. Will I buy it? Nah.
Come again.
Okay, more quests. Let's see if there's more quests around. Give me the quest, man. Okay, probably not what I was looking for. Okay, you know what? I think I'm supposed to go to the beach first, and then I was supposed to come here. Just because I was told earlier that you go past the coast to get to the Oracle. So, see how that goes. Whoa, what's this? Is that people? Oh no, they're like crazy. Oh, zombies. Yes, mate. I wonder if zombies are actually in Greek mythology, because... Whoa, what the heck? Jeez, that's scary. So I wonder if zombies are actually in Greek mythology, because I think this is the first time I've seen those two connected together somehow. I didn't remember no zombies in Hercules. Actually, I wouldn't say that actually. I think I might have seen it. I might have seen zombies in the Hercules TV show. The cartoon show, I mean. Not the awesome TV show. It's some show, guys. But funnily enough, that has to be the first, one of the earliest shows I remember where actually it's actually like the only show I remember in my life where there was, I guess, a spin-off to it, and the spin-off became more popular. And specifically, I think the first time I remember the spin-off is had a lead female in it, and I'm of course talking about Xena Warrior Princess. Brilliant show. I guess now it's very cheesy and dumb, but remember back in the day, I had a massive crush on Xena, of course. She was perfect. So when they chose Wonder Woman, I was a bit disappointed, because what I did like was Wonder Woman's armor, but really I think everybody who was realistic, if you will, expected that Xena would have a something like you'd get an actress and a costume combination that would look somewhat like Xena Warrior Princess. Now there is a superhero fighting thing that happens online on this YouTube page where they do amazing cosplay as superheroes, and they see who would win a fight. There's one between Wonder Woman and Wolverine, and I have to say, man, I read that gal is very, very good looking, and she actually is perfect. That whole costume, and I think she's like an actual trained martial artist, or at least like actual fitness model, and I think she's like Russian or something. Whoa. So yeah, she basically is pretty awesome. She literally looks perfect for like Wonder Woman. But I have to say, I think like everybody who went into the cinema to watch Batman vs Superman, we were crazily surprised by how great that Gal Gadot turned out to be. I remember I had no problem with Henry Cavill being selected for Superman, and unfortunately I would say that's because I wasn't interested in Superman then. I was a huge fan of Superman, but when I grew up I think it became more Batman. So I lost my interest in it. I watched quite a bit of Smallville, but not so much that not so much that I would say I was obsessed with it. So but that was good. The Smallville was okay, I guess. But really, I kept thinking, that movie, Batman vs Superman, just, Gal Gadot is like the only person I've seen in a superhero movie where I saw it and I was like, why did have her playing this role, that kind of thing. Well, I get that now a lot, but I just get that now because there's a lot of TV makers and movie makers who are recasting characters as like ethnic minorities or something. and I don't really, you know. I know some people say, "Oh, they're just fictional characters, man. Get over it," you know. But no, I really don't agree with that. I don't wanna, you know. If you disagree with me on that, you know, well, you know, that's up to you. But I think it's pretty silly, pretty dumb. So that was a cave. It seems I came the wrong way. I remember it said by the coast, and I thought I'm walking past the flippin' beach, so that's counted as by the coast, but obviously it doesn't. I like the wavy effects. What's this? 7 intelligence? Nah, mate. Whoa. 8 strength. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Let's try that, baby. Sorry guys, just went silent for some reason. Whew. Health, strength. Then I go with 2 skills. Oh, level 8. I can select the mastery now. Ooh, select another mastery. Warframe, of course. Gonna do real jump skimmies if I can. Yep, I think there's some nice passives there. So, yeah. But I think I might just go with nature for now, just to unlock this baby there. Yeah, baby. Alrighty then. Do I go towards the zombies first? Or what? Oh, this looks like a huge area, guys. Huge area indeed. There's the...
They are not fancy, but the blades are sharp.
Alrighty then. Now the question is, do I continue on the quest from here? Or do I go... Actually, where do I go? Okay, we'll try the south first, yeah. Okay, been there it seems. Seems I've left a trail of bodies there already. Jeez. Okay, the green zombies with the disease cloud are called festering zombies. Interesting. And this is why you invest in heal skills, guys. Whoa, he ran fast, didn't he? Loop of endurance. Very loopy indeed. Alright, that's like a third of the map clear now. Nice. Whoa, that guy scared me.
News from all over Greece brings the same tale of destruction. The creatures roam everywhere. What are the small villages to do? Spartans cannot protect us all.
Funny you should say that, because I'm not sure these soldiers in their camp are Spartans anyway.
Forgot something?
So, yeah, they're pretty much screwed, aren't they? Screwed indeedy, mahakidi.
Artemis guide you.
Kill the beastmen while I've got frenzy. Poke, and he's dead. God, I feel like playing an MMO. I think I always get this, like between games, I just feel like playing in an MMO. But then I don't play the MMO for long enough, so it's just a waste of money. I remember I went back to play World of Warcraft. I was so excited to play Legion, the expansion. And I have to say, I don't know what happened. I got busy with something and then I just couldn't go back to it. That's it. I think my character was pretty cool though, to be honest. The Demon Hunter, I believe they're called, if I'm correct. I liked my character, but I was playing him as the tank version, which is actually very useful, and I really do like the mechanics of it. But that said, so I do like the mechanics of it. That said, there is one problem with that, and that is damn, I lost my trail of thought now, guys. What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, World of Warcraft. Demon Hunter, tank class, amazing class, but I don't know, I was just playing on my own in PvE, so it was a bit, I don't know, it just wasn't It was a bit slow, guys, basically, playing with it. Of course, if you see the offensive line of demon hunters, you know, they're chomping around. I think they health steal as well. Like, I don't think tanks health steal. They do. At the same time, I feel like, I don't know. I don't really know. I think I should have gone back to my paladin. Actually, I tried going back to my paladin, my original paladin. So I used to play World of Warcraft and I had a paladin, but I played like after the expansion, so I had Blood Elf Paladin. I really enjoyed my journey at that time through World of Warcraft. But the problem I had is when I went back to the game recently, they were just, I don't know, I literally didn't know what was going on. Like, I literally didn't know what all the skills were about. They've obviously been through some changes as well, because, you know, Blizzard are very, I don't know. Speaking of, I just don't understand, you know, okay, I understand if you want to nerf something, okay, I understand you want to balance the game out in some way, but I don't know what is the obsession of, you know, creators to just literally redo like basic stuff in it, redo certain mechanics in it. Like, for example, leveling up, you know. Oh, now instead of a tree leveling up, what we are going to do is we're going to have these magical ruin circles you can use now. It's such a waste of time, you know. They could be spending the same effort, I don't know, making a sequel to the game or expansion, you know. I think that's probably better, instead of you know, spending all that effort designing, redesigning a game mechanic that isn't broken, you know. They just do it to keep things fresh, and it's just like such a waste of energy. It's so annoying, isn't it? Well, I find it annoying. I know you guys probably don't. I think I take it a bit too seriously sometimes. Oh, that's a shame. You kill a festering zombie and its poison doesn't hurt the people around them. Oh, I also noticed he's way taller than the normal zombies. Poke in the eye. Okay, I'll just kill these guys and then I need to teleport because I am out of space. God, I'm nearly leveled up already. I like the pacing in this game. Forgot how quick it feels. Whoa, what's that? If only I can have his sword. That would be so cool. Whoa, what's this? I didn't unlock the portal there. You gotta be kidding me. I think, ouch, something bit me on my stomach, guys.
you again. Thank you for not loitering.
Whoa! Nearly died. Die already, man. These guys are meat shields. I suppose that's what a zombie really is, a meat shield. When there's a stupid ass mage there. Okay, let's just kill the mage. Whoa, he's Lemon the Wizard. Whoa, he's summoning all these zombies. That's why they're not finishing. Okay, let's just put the heal potion there. Yeah, I think I'm bit on more than I can chew, guys. God, he better have some awesome loot if I'm using all this effort to kill him. I thought the center fight was hard, guys. This is way harder. Just die, man! Oh, I'm gonna be out of potions completely at the end of this. By the end of this. Oh no, actually, I think I'm managing it. I'm away and kill this guy. Yes, that's it. Am I even attacking him? Heal! Dude, I literally forgot to look at my health. That was so bad. This is too much. Is it worth all this effort? Come on! Come on! Heal! Whoa, that was too close. Okay, he's stuck now. He is stuck. I've actually lost the mouse pointer. Heal! Oh, dude, come on! No! Oh! Oh my! Oh no! Jeez! Oh, that was so bad, guys. That was such a bad run right there. God. Down to 8 health potions. You know how many I had? 30. Why did... Well, guys. I think a wise warrior knows when it's time to retreat. And that's what I should have done. But I didn't. So, whoopity-doo-doo. So I have to go back to that place at some point. I think that's what it was. It wasn't the cave, was it? It was the ruins or something. Alright. What do I do? I think this is a good time to stop this episode of Romeo Plays Titan Quest. Seems there are some amazing challenges ahead, as you can see from that, and I'm sure you enjoyed my frustrated groan ripping apart my mic volume. Should be fun. Anyway, guys, so I'm Romeo is off. See you in the next episode of Romeo Plays Titan Quest. Goodbye.